I want to get into your wallet, not literally, but if you live in New York City, we are the highest tax people in the United States of America. It is insane. So the New York City sales tax is about 9% now. And then you pay a city income tax to boot. And then you pay a commuter tax if you want to drive in and out, on and on and on. But you pay extra to the city and state for almost everything. How about a real estate transfer? You buy a house, you sell a house, big tax. Commercial rent, tax. Prepared food and beverages, tax. Parking, storage, taxed. Gas, electricity, refrigeration, steam, phone, TV, cable, tax, tax, tax. You go to a barbershop, beautician, taxed. Hair restoration, taxed. Manicures, pedicures, on and on. Hotel taxes are insane. If you have to stay at a hotel in Midtown, you're looking at $1,000 a night in many places. If you want to hire a cleaning person, taxed. Health club, taxed. Salon, taxed. Alcohol, through the roof. Tobacco, cigarettes, you know. Tangible personal property, taxed if you want to sell it. Say you have a garage sale. You want to get rid of some of the stuff that's been hanging around. Well, chances are you're not going to report what you sell, but if they catch you, they can fine you. You got to pay tax on stuff you sell on your front lawn. There's a song by the Beatles, Taxman, and that drove the Fab Four out of England. They all came here to live because it was tax, 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 tax. Now Mandani, if he's elected, he wants to raise the city income tax by 2% for those who earn more than $1 million a year. And get this, the corporate tax, he wants to raise 4.25%. Corporations is going to go, no, not all of them, but half of them. Especially if you have a small business, you're not going to be able to do that. You're out of here. And of course, the more people that leave, the fewer tax receipts that come in. Mandani has to know that, but he doesn't care. He's just selling, I'm going to tax the rich corporations, the rich people, and give you who don't have much money, their money. Income redistribution. Homeowners, when is the last time you checked on your home title? If your answer is never, then this is for you. Scammers are stealing titles, and your equity is a target. Criminals forge your signature. Just like that, your home title can be transferred out of your name. That's why I partnered up with Home Title Lock, so you can find out today if you're already a victim. Please use my promo code BILL at HometitleLock.com, and you'll get a free title history report. Plus, you will get a free trial of their $1 million triple lock protection. That's 24/7 monitoring of your title, urgent alerts of any changes, and if fraud does happen, they'll spend up to $1 million to fix it. That's HometitleLock.com, promo code BILL. But there comes a point where in life you have to make a decision for yourself, your family, your legacy. I didn't get into estate taxes when you die. New York State will come in, so will the federal government. They'll take most of your stuff. If you have any savings or investments or your home or whatever it may be, they're going to come in for a big piece. And so we're living in a country now where we're not really free financially. We can earn a good living, but the government more and more and more is saying, I want your money. I want your stuff. Now, next is the wealth tax, where and this would have to be passed by the Albany legislature. And believe me, at this point in Albany, they do it. Hochul would probably veto it because Hochul's on the ropes. But the wealth tax is where a tax appraiser from the state of New York would come into your home, write down everything you have, and then if the state deems it a certain value, they tax it, even though you've already paid tax on the dollars used to buy your stuff. So if you have an expensive car, taxed. Furniture, taxed. Gold coins, taxed. That's a wealth tax. And that what that is a confiscation of private property. That's communism. That's Mandani. All right? The government would take what you have. That's what happens in Cuba, Vietnam, North Korea, China. You know, and when I was over in China, nobody has a 401k. I mean, come on. So anyway, that's what we're looking at here, and that's why people are leaving. $1.5 million in the last 5 years. And if Mandani's elected, it'll be another 500,000 at bail, in my opinion.